peace had lasted for millennia. It had been so long that the humans began to forget the immense power of the gods watching over them. Then, deep within the ground, the Oblion was discovered. The Oblion offered the humans what they had always wanted most, a life without death. The Oblion crystals were the ancient remains of the gods' ancestors. But the humans, encouraged by its intoxicating power, ignored this warning. They seized the Oblion for their own ends.
Abby absorbs the monolith's testimony as she walks. A vision of it swells in her mind. What had unleashed this flood of ruin? She tries not to think about Isaac, but his absence weighs upon her with the ache of an amputation. 2 years had done nothing to change that. Abby examines the abandoned weapon aimed at the skies. The detritus of a battlefield always speaks louder of the vanquished than the victors. An earth-torn gorge of rock flanks Abby's path on either side. Its jagged edges have withstood a shattering bombardment. A large rock fragment embedded within the earth. It seems to have crashed here at great velocity. Abby's thoughts turn again to her father. She tries but fails to recall an image of his face. A surge of panic overwhelms her. Breathing heavily, she fumbles for her comms unit and dials the Enclave receiver's frequency.
Abby, are you hurt?
No, I was scared. It's starting. I felt it, just for a second. Your features faded from my mind.
They reach inside to claim their toll. Fight it, Abby. Keep what matters most away from the clutches of vengeful gods. Now hurry. Every second in the Divide comes at a price.
Like all ruins, it speaks of the mortality of those who once imagined themselves invincible. Abby's comms handset emits a tinny hiss. She accepts the incoming signal.
Your comms fall silent, my child. Sadness still.
Gods leave pain intact. I still remember him leaving.
The gods don't separate pain from joy when exacting their toll. We cannot choose what we lose in the divide.
I waited outside while he spoke with the elders. After, he said barely a word. Just took his things and left.
We are not a lucky people, Abby. The prophecy is our only hope. Isaac understood. Those who are strongest have a duty to attempt the crossing.
Ezra speaks, but Abby no longer hears him. Tears stream onto her cheek before being whipped away by the chaotic swirl of the waste's frosty winds. She knows the Divide's tomblands contain the ruins of those who had lost a war with the gods. But seeing the twisted metal and torn earth before her still sends a shudder down her spine. Faint letters scratched upon the abandoned vehicle's paneling draw Abby's eye. The words read, "We reaped with abandon until we became the harvest." Reeling from the exertion of combat, Abby tries to catch her ragged breath. The crackle of an incoming signal pierces the silence.
2 years have passed, Abby. Isaac's crossing fell silent. No contact. You must accept it.
We could have rescued him.
The others are weak. No match for the divide. Those like you and Isaac are special. I have known only a few who could endure such trials.
We didn't even try.
Look around, child. Do you not see? We are feeble against the wrath of God Rage. The divide is the tombland of those who betrayed the gods. Only ruins now remain. It is left to us to atone. Only then will the gods restore these dying lands to life.
Feeling a sudden sense of urgency, Abby suspends the comm stream and continues towards the next monolith. Her steps slow as she approaches the second monolith. Like the previous one, its facade features a few lines of chiseled script. Abby starts to read.
The humans' machinery ripped the Oblian from the ground. The gods observed and debated their response. The twins, Or and Ot, swore deathly vengeance on the humans. Their younger brother, List, advocated mercy. A quarrel broke out among the gods. Or and Ot hacked List down and cast his body across the human lands he had sought to protect. Thereafter, they unleashed a vengeful rage upon the helpless humans. Ruin and suffering spread through all the lands the humans once called their home.